What's up, internet friends? We are back with a brand new series. A couple months ago at this point, I think, I played Bioshock. Not for the first time, probably for about the 10th time. But now, we have to continue that adventure with Bioshock 2. We're going to double check the graphics here real quick. No, come on. All the fancy stuff's cranked up. Okay, we're good. Just want to double check. So I haven't played this for a long time. And I'm going to try, I can probably talk through most of it as we go, just kind of like I did with Bioshock 1. I think in the storyline, didn't this take place before Bioshock? I forget that part. That's the part I forget. For whatever reason. We'll figure it out, I guess. I'll pretend like I know what's going on. 1958. So it's before? 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 It has to be before. Right in the hole. Come here! I had that doll.
Look, Daddy, it's you.
Bought it right when the game came out, so I thought it was cool.
Let's go out to play, Daddy.
I'll put subtitles on as soon as I can. It's deep how you look at yourself in the water right away, just to verify. So you know from the jump that you are a big daddy in this game. And that's the first time they really show that you actually drink. We kind of talked about it in the first playthrough.
More angels, Daddy. This way.
First time you can really tell that it's a bottle. And they drink blood out of the back of the bottle. This will be obviously spoiler filled. I'm just going to talk about everything as it goes. So I guess if you never played the second one,
You want some, big guy?
it is a spoiler that I said play as Big Daddy, because you wouldn't just know that unless I told you that.
Bigger they are, harder they are!
Delicious. After the first one fucked you up, why would you... After like the first guy got absolutely murdered, why would you keep going after the Big Daddy? I also don't think you can hypnotize them once they're enraged.
Perfectly safe now. This is not your daughter. Do you understand? Her name is Eleanor, and she is mine. Now, kneel, please. Remove your helmet. Now, take the pistol. Place it against your head. Fire.
It's creepy that the little girls are fully sentient enough to know what the fuck just happened there. This has to be after the first one, right? What the fuck? Why don't I remember this? I'll stop talking about it, whatever. They did a good job animating the little girls, if you can see the fear in the little sister's eyes.
Can you hear me?
When they're all like light up like that. Water looks pretty sick. Computers are awesome. When did he put his helmet back on if he was laying in the puddle? That's a bullshit animation right there. Okay, so this is one of the main things that was cool about this game, or a big deal about this game. And you can't do it yet, okay. Other than the fact that, obviously, yes, we are a big daddy. There's... one of those games where... There we go. We'll put this on just so I can see it. We'll just make it easier, since I'll be talking while I play. I don't like how different games hide subtitles in different places. Always fucked up. But yes, we are a big daddy right now. We're the biggest of daddies. Okay. I'm using a 360 controller, which is obviously... It's made for this. It works, but the prompts are gonna be weird. That is Big Sister. Because obviously, if you're gonna be a big daddy, you can't fight more big daddies. That seems ridiculous. You'd have to fight the new bad person, who's a big sister.
I need this. Do you hear me?
Get out of here. Oh. Come here. Bye. I gotta turn off. No, not graphics. Is that gonna... I was already using the controller. That's weird. What the hell was I just looking for? This one. No. No? I'm sorry. I should have. I thought I should have thought about this ahead of time. That's what I wanted. Well, at least it's better now. Our first plasmid of the game? They are built with plasmid holes. That's kind of sweet.
Daddy was sleeping for such a long time, and Eleanor has missed you. Find her and you'll be all better.
Okay. Oh, there she goes.
Daddy!
So it's not coming up yet, where it won't be that big of a deal. I am going to play this the same way I played the first one, where I'm just going to go for the quote-unquote best ending, which is the good one. The happy one, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Happy for Bioshock Land one? We'll call it that. I'm going to go for the happy for Bioshock Land ending. The one that I'll assume is canon. So at one point, off camera, we'll be cheating to figure out which paths I have to take, because one or two of the things seem weird for making a happy ending. The big thing about this game that everyone was all pumped about, you can do both plasmids and your attacks at the same time. That was not doable in the first game. The hand would switch. You'd either hold a gun out or hold your plasmid hand out. In this one, you can do both, which helps set up for when you have to do combos. Like I bet the game's gonna teach us in a few minutes. 1540. Do this real quick. Okay, well, I guess because I saw it, it gives it to me. That's cool. I love peaches.
I finally found the answer we've all been looking for.
My husband is such a perfect idiot. Throws away all his spending money on gene tonics to affect a look of physical fitness. So he'll have an excuse to sit on his rear all day listening to radio serials. Steven, I tell him. You want to be fit? Come swim laps with me, the old-fashioned way. It's your mind that's atrophying. Maybe I'll start sneaking some brains.
We will be doing the diaries as we go, just like the first time. It always helps with the backstory. So that is kind of important to these games. Fuck, let's do that again.
At last, a signal. You, who are bringing this dead city to life, listen.
Brother!
My name, it is Tannenbaum. I know who you are, and I am in much need.
And the game just crashed.
At last, a signal.
Alright, let's try this again.
You, who are bringing this
I'm not gonna punch the wall this
city to
time.
life,
I will save it quick just in case. I have no idea why the game decided to crash before.
listen. My name, it is
If it crashes
Tannenbaum.
again, you'll never see this video.
I know who you are, and I am in much need of your help. Please, find me in the Atlantic Express train station.
Okay, there we go. I think I cranked the brightness up a little bit. It might be a little bit easier for everyone to see. The game's doing this weird thing where I turn the brightness up and it puts it back down. So hopefully this is still okay. And I double checked, this does take place after the first game. It's like 10 years after the events of the first Bioshock.
To my daughter, Eleanor, soon you will be born, and Rapture will be your home. You shall be raised as I was, to advance the common good through social psychiatry. This city's potential is immeasurable, Eleanor. Yet our beliefs are unwelcome here. Life will be difficult, but the price of revolution is always dear. If we are patient with her, Rapture will come to us. You are not alone. Think of me not as leader, but as mother to the Rapture family.
So obviously Sophia Lamb, we don't like. Look at this. She's watching us, man. She's creepy. You are creepy. Maybe maybe I'm a little attracted to you, but you're creepy. And you pin butterflies all over the wall like a jerk. Look at that. Over your mouth. Stay down, friend. I don't remember the big guys actually having... No, they just shot rivet guns, that's right. They shot short stuff at you. I'll say that the classic rivet gun is here. I don't know how classic it is compared to the drill hands and the other good stuff. You're dead, okay. You're cool.
Barely made it down alive. But here it is. And it's real. Rapture. This is where that thing took my poor baby girl. From what I saw in the sub, most of the city's in ruins. But there were lights here and there. And shapes moving. I'm rambling, scared, I guess. But maybe, if I find this Dr. Lamb I keep hearing over the PA, I'll find Cindy too.
Got some missing children going on here. Always good. What's up, kid?
Daddy, big sister doesn't want you playing with me.
That noise, like nails on a chalkboard. It's also like portable right now. I vaguely remember this being one of those fights you can't win. I'm honestly also not sure enough. Say things for real certainty. Thought so. They let you waste your items first, though. That's cool.
This is Dr. Sophia Land with a message for the people. Remember, Big Sister is always watching. To steal Adam is to steal from the Rapture family. Your family.
Never steal people.
Diane insisted that we spend a weekend at the Adonis. And already I find myself seeking a respite from my vacation. She deems it necessary to chide me for working. The words dissolve into an endless animal bleat. I founded Rapture to be free of law and God, to live among those for whom work is our wage. Yet, when Diane speaks of bearing my child, I am given pause. Till now I had never considered my legacy. Perhaps after the new year.
So that tape was recorded like 20 years ago, if not more. Game generation time. So I'm glad that Rapture keeps up with its 8-track collection properly. All these wonderful journals can be preserved throughout the decades. That bitch just fucking drowned us outside. Or tried to. She doesn't remember that we're also a Big Daddy.
In that suit, even the ocean cannot harm you. This is good. But Rapture is the death of many great men. Alone, you will not last long. You can still reach the train station. Find me there.
See, look, he's good to her. I know the whole... What was it? He threw a turret at her. I know the whole game's fucked... The whole point of the game's fucked up. And... robot spacemen divers shouldn't be kidnapping these little girls. But it's not like they're not good to her. Look, he's picking her up. Keeping her behind him. Like a gentleman. Let's just start drinking her juice. The one thing I randomly noticed and not noticed in this game, which this is probably gonna ruin it for everybody once I say it, there is the Big Daddy helmet around the entire top of the screen. And sometimes I don't notice that Big Daddy helmet is on, and sometimes I do. But for the sake of the game, and for the role that we're playing here, we're gonna leave it on. It's not as frustrating as it was in the first game. Get the sweet dramatic music as we show up out here in this blurry world. I guess since we're not, well, in the first game that all looked crisp as hell because I remember staring at it. And this one, the skybox, aka the city back there, looks blurry. And I was going to say it's because we're underwater. But I also have a helmet on. So it's like being inside in the other games. That's probably a lot of semantics, but whatever. Let's flood this bitch. Oh wait, we're entering it, okay. I knew that! Hope he popped his ears! Gotta get the pressure out, you don't hurt your ears. They're big babies.
Ah, Herr Delta. You arrive, as the little one said you would. Come upstairs to the ticket booth, and I will offer what I know of you.
You got it. Stop! Can you? That's right there. I got iron sights in this game, like any good first-person shooter would. When I had this for Xbox 360, the day it came out, I reserved the Super Special Edition, which came with like this special hard box and the soundtrack on vinyl because I'm a hipster and all that other good stuff. But I took the day off of work
Splicers.
just to play this game.
Drug addicts. Vicious animals.
It's all coming back to me. What was the hacking game in... The hacking game in this one is different than the hacking game in the first one, I think. But I don't really remember. What's the door control panel? Oh. That's what this one was. This game. What rapidly became the... I didn't have to do it that way. I probably just wasted one of those darts, but whatever. As you saw, if you do the harder hacking, you get bonuses. It's hard to keep my train of thought in most games. And most videos on this channel in the beginning, when it keeps throwing out new gameplay elements while I'm trying to talk about stuff. Give me it.
Is Dr. Sophia Lamb.
That never stops.
Andrew Ryan is dead, but the tyrant dwells within us all. Remember, we reject the gene.
Remember.
We reject the self. We reject the tyrant.
Which... There we go. Okay. This one?
I'm told that the people grow tense and isolated in the absence of the sun. Now they clamor for a psychiatrist. Do they miss the state censor, I wonder? Wartime seizure of private assets? Or the checkup police vanishing them in the night? Regardless, this Lamb woman is said to be the foremost practitioner in her field. Fine. If she can quiet the rattling of the great chain's weakest links, I will leave her to it.
So they're fighting already. Ryan wasn't a bad guy. Ooh. He misunderstood. Like all the greats are. If I had to pick between the two, I have a bond with Andrew Ryan just from the first game. So we're going to be Team Ryan, I think. Flows off the tongue. Get out of the way, bot!